Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going over to Vaguely Brewing for their porter, Vaguely Brewing Porter. So 5.3% ABV. I will read it. A vaguely traditional English porter with a Munich twist in the malt character. Brewed with a generous helping of Vaguely hops. Vaguely Brewing is an independent small batch brewery based in Notts who are passionate about brewing quality beer that plays vaguely by the rules. Vaguelybrewing.co.uk. Based on Loon Way, Bingham, Nottingham, NG13 8YX. One of these days I'll get over to Bingham and see what the pubs are like over there. The only problem with that is it's for me I've got to drive. It's as simple as that. And do some of the pubs maybe in Radcliffe-on-Trent on the way over. I need to do some recceing. So the happy drinkers who I go drinking with, i.e. my wife, Andy and Angela, Lisa and Glenn maybe, mainly just Lisa. We go over and we go and visit. So I met these guys over at the Robin Hood Beer Festival. And obviously I review beers from them when they come out. I don't know how busy they are because I don't get much on social media, but social media these days is an absolute storm. There's another word in front of storm, but we'll just go with storm for this one. So a lovely black pour with a nice slightly off-white head on this. And let's have a sniff. Ooh, chocolatey, malty. Ooh. Anyway, let's dive in. No sniffing. Let's get drinking. Ooh. As I like in that. Smooth, chocolatey and malty yet again. Lovely beer. If you're somebody who likes a Guinness but wants a little bit more flavour, there you go. Get yourself one of them. Yeah, like I say, bought this from adventurebeer.co.uk, and again, not seeing a lot from local breweries at the moment. So I don't know if it's the case that things have slowed down or just people aren't bottling these days, or canning rather as well. It does seem to be slow. I suppose in the days of COVID, everyone was bottling and canning because that was the only way to get your beers out, for obvious reasons. Tough times, but since then, I'm not actually sure with Vaguely Brewing if it's when I saw Vaguely Brewing there was about 4 or 5 different people. One person come up to me and shook my hand, but as for that I'm not sure if how many people actually are Vaguely Brewing. So yeah, I know there's a pub in Bingham that serves their beer, I'm sure. I've seen that on social media before. And like I say, social media is terrible these days because I only really care about the beer side of things. And the stuff I get, it's... the random stuff is just unbelievable. And you try and knock it off and it comes back again and it's like, oh, for God's sakes. I didn't want to read it in the first place, but don't bother doing it again. Oh. So yeah, Vaguely Brewing. Be interesting to see what they're going to come out with next. I'm sure I've had 3 or 4 different beers over the years. So not a brewery that's putting out lots of different beers all the time, obviously. Small batch stuff. Mainly, to me, it seems like more of a hobby than a full-time, anything full-time. But to be honest, a lot of your nano breweries are like that. They've got full-time jobs, and you know, they do the brewing thing because it appeases their you know, it just appeases their I'm trying to think of the word, ticks the box, I suppose, you know, for the brewing side of things. And I see home brewers who've gone into brewing beer and then buying bigger kits, but obviously then still funding it by working as well. And I know this because I've got friends who've got full-time jobs, and they also do you know, the beer thing. Bit like me doing beer reviews, really. I know I've got a full-time job and then some, and that pays for my hobby of reviewing beers, for what that hobby is, you know. And you know, I don't think the well, I certainly know that Nottingham's beer community, you know, for the majority of them, it's absolutely just disregard me at all, you know. Sad, but it's what it is, isn't it? You know, I actually try and promote the beer world and try and do my bit. There are people that are really appreciative, and then there's some where, and I know this because of whenever there's an event on or anything, and literally I'm not on no one's radar. It's kind of sad, really, you know. In blooming COVID times, they were all shut, and the likes of Nottingham Camera and all them, quiet as a mouse. And yeah, and then you get like people off Facebook or YouTube, whatever it is, coming up to Nottingham, and they do a 2-page spread on them in the Nottingham Camera magazine, and it's like 6 years I've been doing this. I've literally had one mention in Camera, and whether they like me or I'm not a Camera member, but that doesn't mean that I don't do something good for the world of beer. Yeah. It's little things like that that amuse me. Not much I can do about it, of course. And in the grand scheme of things, yeah, it is what it is. You know, they obviously, for some reason, don't like my personality. Probably because I say things and point things out, and I'm not shy about doing it. But yeah. And I'm sure there are pub owners out there who are exactly the same as me. If they've got a voice, they will say it, you know. And yeah, it's disappointing at times. It is. There is a good side though to the world of beer and pubs. There are some pubs that really are appreciative, and some breweries that really are appreciative of what you do. And everything I do is in my own time that I don't get paid for anyway. And yeah, 99.9999% of the time I've actually paid for the beers as well. Sometimes I will get one for free, or somebody gifts you a beer, but most of the time it's all down to me. And there are moments when you're there and you think, absolutely unappreciative, and it brings it home when someone comes to Nottingham who's not a Nottingham person, and they rave about them, and it's like, so you've come to Nottingham and you've visited a few pubs, but do you support the pubs in Nottingham all the time? No, no. Yeah, little bit of a semi rant there, but there you go. Oh, went off on a tangent. Do apologise, Vaguely Brewing. It's nothing about you. I just sometimes just reflect on a pour. Yeah. And then in the same breath, you get breweries doing things with people and then treating you different, and it's like, oh, cheers. Oh well, can't be everyone's cup of tea, can you? So here's what it is. I'll just keep doing what I do, and yeah, obviously I'm upsetting somebody somewhere, but there you go. So really enjoyable porter this, all about chocolate and maltiness to me. Going down a storm, really enjoyed it. Got me talking as well, maybe slightly off key talking, but yeah. Always interested to see what Vaguely Brewing are going to come out with next. Love to see them do some collabs with other local breweries. Linear for one, obviously, out of Bingham. Interesting to see what Linear are doing. It'd be interesting for Vaguely Brewing to join up with Linear, and you know, two breweries, same spot basically as a tap room. Ooh, that would be interesting. It would be interesting. You know, I wish Linear all the best. Mark, fantastic bloke. So, would I drink this again? Yes, lovely, straight up porter. Out of 5 for me, a good 4.4 out of 5 for me. And now I'm going to go up the house. I'm going to get on the settee and chill. And I've rattled for nearly half an hour down this. Had 2 different reviews, and yeah, it's chill time. And before the wife comes home, and I have to make some dinner. It is what it is. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. And yeah, cheers.